As we get older, our bodies go through many quiet changes. If we aren't paying attention, it's easy to miss the early warning signs of serious health problems. Among these, high blood pressure is considered one of the biggest threats to the health of older adults. The tricky thing about this condition is that it doesn't cause a sharp pain, leave a bruise, or show any obvious signs right away. That's why it's often called the silent killer. Many people live with high blood pressure for years without knowing it, until one day they suddenly faint, or even worse, suffer a stroke that changes their life forever. Blood pressure is the force of blood pushing against the walls of your arteries as your heart pumps blood to the rest of your body. When we are young, our blood vessels are flexible and our heart system works efficiently, so our blood pressure usually stays at a healthy level. But as we age, our blood vessels begin to lose their flexibility. They can become narrower due to plaque buildup, and the heart has to work harder to push blood through. All of these factors increase the pressure in our circulatory system, leading to high blood pressure. If this condition continues for a long time, the consequences aren't just a number on a machine. They can cause serious damage to many organs in the body. Among these complications, stroke and heart disease are the two biggest risks for someone with high blood pressure. A person with consistently high blood pressure is 2 to 4 times more likely to have a stroke than someone with normal blood pressure. This is because when blood pressure is high for a long time, the small blood vessels in the brain can either burst or become blocked by a blood clot. As a result, a person can become paralyzed on one side of the body, lose the ability to speak, or even die if they don't get emergency medical help in time. Similarly, the high pressure forces the heart to work much harder. Over time, the heart muscle can stretch, and the heart walls can thicken, leading to heart failure or a heart attack. This kind of damage often cannot be fully repaired. That is why controlling blood pressure early on can save a person's life before dangerous complications happen. Many people mistakenly believe that high blood pressure only occurs when there are clear symptoms like headaches, dizziness, a racing heart, or fatigue. However, the truth is that most people with high blood pressure don't feel anything out of the ordinary. They continue with their daily lives, working, walking, and eating as usual until a major health event suddenly strikes. Therefore, the only way to detect it early is to check your blood pressure regularly. A home blood pressure monitor is a simple tool that can save your life. For people over 60, checking your blood pressure every morning after waking up and every evening before bed should become a daily habit, just like brushing your teeth or washing your face. We also need to understand that blood pressure doesn't stay the same all the time. It changes throughout the day depending on your emotions, physical activity, the food you eat, and many other factors. Because of this, you shouldn't check your blood pressure just once and immediately conclude that it's high or low. The key is to monitor it regularly over several days, write down the numbers, and look for a trend. If your blood pressure is consistently above 130/80 mmHg, it's time to talk to your doctor for a more thorough checkup and a suitable treatment plan. There are many reasons why blood pressure can become high. One of the most common is a diet with too much salt. Salt makes your body hold on to water, which increases the volume of blood, and in turn raises the pressure on your artery walls. In addition, eating a lot of saturated fats, sugar, and processed foods can also damage blood vessels and increase blood pressure. A lifestyle with little physical activity, long-term stress, smoking, drinking alcohol, being overweight, or having a family history of high blood pressure are also significant risk factors. But fortunately, there is something very important to emphasize. Most of the factors mentioned above can be changed if we have the determination. High blood pressure can be well controlled by adjusting your lifestyle. This has been proven by thousands of medical studies. The first thing you can do is reduce the amount of salt in your daily diet. Instead of using a lot of salty sauces or seasonings, you can use natural spices like garlic, ginger, onion, and turmeric to add flavor to your food. Choose to eat more green vegetables, fresh fruits, nuts, and fish instead of fatty red meats. Stay away from fast food, canned goods, and sugary soft drinks. Along with diet, exercise plays a key role. Many older adults worry that exercise will make them more tired. But the truth is, gentle, regular exercise every day helps improve blood circulation, strengthens the heart, and stabilizes blood pressure. You don't need to run or do high-intensity workouts. A slow walk for 20 to 30 minutes a day, gentle yoga, or stretching is enough. If you enjoy gardening, taking care of plants, or cooking, those are also wonderful physical activities. Sleep is also very important for people with high blood pressure. When we don't get enough sleep, our bodies release more stress hormones, which can cause blood vessels to constrict and increase pressure. So try to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night. Avoid drinking coffee or strong tea in the evening. Avoid watching stressful news or using your phone in the hour before bed. A quiet room, soft lighting, and a calm mind will help you fall asleep more easily, which directly helps maintain stable blood pressure. In addition to changing your diet and lifestyle, another important factor that many people hesitate about is using medication to control blood pressure. Many people, even after being prescribed medication by their doctor, are reluctant to take it regularly because they worry about side effects or are afraid of becoming dependent on it for life. However, the reality is that when blood pressure has gone beyond a safe level, medication is the best way to quickly lower the pressure in your blood vessels and prevent dangerous complications that could happen at any moment. Today's medications have been extensively researched and improved. They can be used long-term at low doses, providing good results while minimizing the risk of affecting the liver, kidneys, or stomach. The most important thing is to never stop taking your medication on your own, even if you see that your blood pressure is temporarily normal. There are many cases where people stop their medication after seeing stable numbers for a few days, only to suffer a stroke when it's already too late. That stability didn't happen on its own. It was because the medication was working. Stopping the medicine suddenly causes blood pressure to spike again, and the body can't adjust in time. Therefore, taking your medication regularly as prescribed by your doctor is the smart way to live a long and healthy life. In some mild cases, or in the early stages of high blood pressure, if a patient makes positive lifestyle changes and maintains them, a doctor might adjust the dose or temporarily stop the medication to monitor the situation. However, this decision must always be made by a doctor, never based on your own feelings. Besides prescription medicine, many older adults are also interested in natural remedies like using black garlic, artichoke tea, dried lotus leaves, or celery juice. These are foods that can gently help control blood pressure. However, it's important to remember that these methods are only supportive and cannot replace medical treatment. And even though they are natural, using them incorrectly or combining them with other medications can cause unwanted reactions. So before you add any herb or supplement to your routine, you should ask your doctor to avoid any unnecessary risks. Something that many people overlook is how deeply our minds and emotions affect our blood pressure. When we worry for long periods, get angry, feel sad, or are under a lot of mental pressure, our bodies release hormones that cause blood vessels to tighten, the heart to beat faster, and blood pressure to rise. For older adults, especially, emotional upsets, even over small things, can have a strong impact on their health. Therefore, it's important to learn to manage your emotions, cultivate positive thoughts, and create a peaceful, warm living environment for yourself. Talk more with your loved ones. Join clubs or community groups. Read gentle books or practice meditation and deep breathing every day. When your mind is calm, your blood vessels will be calm, your heart will be healthier, and your blood pressure will naturally become more stable. Regular health checkups are also a key part of managing blood pressure. Many people think they only need to see a doctor when they feel sick, but in reality, many dangerous diseases, including high blood pressure, often don't show clear signs in the early stages. Regular checkups not only help you monitor your blood pressure, but also detect related conditions early, such as high cholesterol, diabetes, kidney problems, or hidden damage to your blood vessels. For people over 60, getting a general checkup at least every 6 months is essential. If you already have a history of high blood pressure, you should follow your doctor's schedule for follow-up appointments and more detailed tests. One of the most important principles in preventing stroke and heart disease is being proactive. Don't wait until you have symptoms to start worrying. Don't wait until you're in the hospital to start changing your lifestyle. The simplest things, a meal with less salt, a slow walk, a full night's sleep, or a kind word instead of an angry one, are the quiet building blocks of a healthy heart and safe blood pressure. Sometimes just cutting back 1 spoonful of salt, drinking 1 more glass of water, or turning off the TV 30 minutes earlier to go to bed on time is enough to change the quality of your life. We can't stop the years from passing, but we can absolutely choose to live a healthy lifestyle so that each year older is another year happier. Health is the most precious gift we can give to ourselves and our families. Your loved ones want you to be healthy, to live long, and to be happy, and you truly deserve that. I'd like to tell you a story about a gentleman in his 70s who used to have severe high blood pressure. After one episode of a terrible headache, he was rushed to the hospital. The doctor told him that if he had arrived just 15 minutes later, he could have suffered a stroke. From that day on, he decided to completely change his lifestyle. He ate less salt, gave up alcohol, walked around his house 3 times every morning, and went to bed on time every night. After 3 months, his blood pressure dropped significantly. He no longer had dizzy spells or a racing heart. He said, "I used to think that medicine was the only thing that mattered. Now I realize that my lifestyle is the most powerful long-term medicine of all." That's not a rare story. Millions of people around the world have controlled their blood pressure by changing their lifestyle. What they have is not a miracle, it's persistence. A small positive change every day leads to a healthy body and a peaceful life. If you are reading this, it means you care about your health, and that is an incredibly important first step. From caring comes action, and from action comes results. Let's start today. Check your blood pressure regularly. Eat less salt. Go to bed earlier. Walk more. Laugh more. Slow down a little, love yourself a little more so your heart doesn't have to work so hard, so the blood vessels in your body can relax, and so your blood pressure can be stable and your life can be lighter. One thing many people forget when talking about blood pressure is the role of water in the body. Water not only helps flush out toxins and cool the body, but it also plays an important role in regulating blood pressure. When the body is dehydrated, blood becomes thicker, making it harder to circulate. The heart then has to work harder to pump it, which increases pressure inside the blood vessels. For older adults, the sensation of thirst isn't as strong as it was when they were younger. So many don't drink enough water even when their body needs it. For this reason, try to make it a habit to drink water regularly throughout the day, even when you don't feel thirsty. Just a small glass at a time, spread out from morning to night, will help keep your body hydrated and support a healthy circulatory system and more stable blood pressure. Additionally, your living environment and daily habits have a huge impact on blood pressure. A quiet, tidy, well-lit, and airy living space can help you feel more relaxed and reduce stress. People who live in noisy, crowded environments or who often face shouting, conflict, and family pressure tend to have higher blood pressure. So take care of your living space and create a peaceful sanctuary for your mind to rest. Even simple things like opening a window each morning to let in the sunlight, watering the plants on your porch, or organizing your kitchen can bring a sense of comfort and help clear your mind. We must also mention the mind, which modern medicine increasingly recognizes as an essential part of treating high blood pressure. A person who generally feels happy, grateful, and content with life tends to have lower blood pressure than someone who is often anxious, angry, or dissatisfied. Simple practices like writing down 3 things that made you happy each day, sending a thank you note to someone, or participating in volunteer activities can bring great benefits to your mental health and, in turn, positively affect your physical health. A calm mind helps keep your blood pressure stable. Just like a river, if there are fewer ripples, the current will be smooth and won't cause erosion. There are days when we feel weaker, our heart beats faster, or our breath is shorter, but a checkup reveals no serious illness. That could be a time when your blood pressure is fluctuating. Don't be too quick to dismiss it, or tell yourself it's just because you're tired. Make a note of how you feel, check your blood pressure, rest, and monitor it for a few more hours or days. When we listen to our bodies more, we begin to understand when they are trying to tell us something. High blood pressure doesn't usually shout, it whispers. But if we are attentive enough to listen, we have a chance to act before it becomes dangerous. Many people also ask, if I can't afford to see a doctor regularly, how can I know if I'm okay? The answer is that you can still monitor many health signs at home. Besides a blood pressure monitor, you can check your heart rate by placing your fingers on your wrist and counting the beats for 1 minute. A normal resting heart rate for an adult is between 60 and 100 beats per minute. If your heart rate is consistently over 100 when you're not active or frequently below 50, along with dizziness and fatigue, you should see a doctor soon. Your weight is also an important number to track, as gaining or losing weight too quickly can affect your blood pressure and heart health. Another important piece of advice is not to view high blood pressure as just a personal issue. It's a family matter. When one person in the family has high blood pressure, those around them should offer support and make it easier for them to change their lifestyle. Eating low-salt meals together, going for walks together, and going to bed early together, these are small actions with great meaning. Instead of scolding a loved one for forgetting to take their medicine, remind them gently, and show more care. Family affection and the bond between generations can give older adults more motivation to take care of themselves, stick to their treatment, and live more positively every day. Perhaps the hardest part of facing a chronic condition like high blood pressure isn't taking medicine or giving up certain foods, but being persistent. Many people start with great determination, but gradually get discouraged when they don't see immediate results and give up. However, controlling blood pressure is not a quick fix. It's a long journey that requires daily commitment. It's like tending a garden. If you only water it once and then neglect it, the plants won't grow up strong and healthy. But if you are persistent every day, the results will come naturally. You might not notice it right away, but after a few weeks or months, you will find yourself feeling stronger, sleeping better, and seeing better test results. Change comes from the smallest of efforts. You don't have to be perfect from the start. There will be times when you eat something a little salty, miss a workout, or stay up late for a favorite TV show. That's okay, as long as you get back on the path of self-care right after. Be kind to yourself and understand that the process of change takes time and forgiveness. Every day is a new opportunity to start again, and the most wonderful thing is that you always have the power to do so. If you can write down a small plan for yourself each week, keep a log of your blood pressure readings, the number of steps you walk, the healthy meals you've eaten, and the things that made you happy. This not only helps you track your health progress, but also creates a positive feeling and helps you stay motivated. You can also share this journal with your doctor or a family member so they can better understand your situation and support you. Don't hesitate to ask questions, and don't be afraid of not doing it right. The journey of managing your blood pressure is a continuous learning process, and every step you take has value. Once you understand what high blood pressure is, what causes it, and how to control it, the final and most important thing is to maintain a strong spirit and a positive belief that you can do it. Many people, when diagnosed with high blood pressure, feel like their world has been turned upside down. They become worried, scared, and sometimes fall into a state of depression, thinking this disease will be with them for the rest of their lives. But the truth is, many people have lived healthy, active, and happy lives into their 80s and 90s, despite having had unstable blood pressure at one time. They did it with a positive attitude by taking proactive steps early on and by maintaining good habits every day. None of us can choose when an illness will arrive, but we can absolutely choose how we live with it. If high blood pressure is detected early and managed well, it doesn't have to be an obstacle in your life. In fact, you can see it as a reminder from your body that you need to pay more attention to yourself, listen to yourself more, and love yourself more. Many people, after getting their blood pressure under control, have transformed their entire lives. They eat healthier, exercise regularly, have a better daily routine, and as a result, their minds are more relaxed, they sleep better, and their memory improves. It's a positive cycle that anyone can step into if they are truly ready. Living in this day and age, older adults have many more resources to monitor their health. Electronic blood pressure monitors are very easy to use. Apps on your phone can help you track your daily readings. Videos with exercise guides for seniors, diet plans for people with high blood pressure, and breathing exercises to reduce stress, all of these can be easily found. What you need to do is set aside a little time each day, just 10 to 15 minutes, to read, learn, and apply it to your life. Knowledge is the key to protecting yourself and living longer, healthier, and happier. Please remember, no one can take better care of you than you can. No matter how good your doctor is or how modern the medicine is, the final result still depends on whether you stick to your treatment, change your lifestyle, and stay persistent. A doctor once said, "There is no pill as good as a healthy lifestyle." And that is absolutely true. What you eat, when you sleep, how long you walk each day, these are the most natural, safe, effective, and free medicines you can take for the rest of your life. Many people have asked, if my blood pressure becomes stable, do I still need to maintain my healthy diet and lifestyle? The answer is yes. It's not just to keep your blood pressure at a safe level, but also to protect your entire body, your heart, liver, kidneys, brain, and digestive system. A diet low in salt, rich in vegetables, and low in fat is not only good for blood pressure but also lowers cholesterol, prevents diabetes, reduces the risk of colon cancer, and helps with weight management. Regular exercise not only improves blood flow, but also keeps your joints flexible, prevents muscle loss, protects against osteoporosis, improves memory, and keeps your mind sharp. Every good habit creates a positive effect on many parts of your body, not just your blood pressure. In many families today, older adults are the spiritual center of the home. When grandparents are healthy, their children and grandchildren can have peace of mind. When grandparents are sharp and active, the family is warm and joyful. Your health is not just precious for you, but it is also a priceless gift to your loved ones. Imagine being able to walk in the park with your grandchild, cook a family meal with your children, or practice exercises and laugh with your friends every morning. All of that starts with you controlling your blood pressure today. We can start over at any time. It's never too late to change. Even if you've eaten salty food, your whole life have been inactive, or have been careless about your health starting today, you can still adjust things one small step at a time. You don't need to force yourself to be perfect overnight. You just need to be patient. Be kind to yourself, and take small steps every day. Maybe today you walk for 5 minutes, tomorrow 10. Maybe today you cut back half a spoonful of salt, tomorrow a whole spoonful. Maybe today you remember to take your medicine on time, and tomorrow you remind yourself again. These small things are the bricks that build a strong body and a healthy mind. I know there will be days when you feel tired and discouraged, thinking you're not making any progress. But please believe that every effort you are making has value. Your blood pressure might not drop right away, but you are changing your cardiovascular system little by little. You are nourishing the blood vessels that were once damaged. You are soothing the heart that was once overworked. You are giving yourself a chance to live longer, healthier, and more fully. And finally, please remember that you are not alone on this journey. There are millions of people out there who are also struggling with high blood pressure, but many of them have overcome it not through a miracle, but with the support of their families, the guidance of their doctors, and most importantly, their own persistence. You can be one of them. You can be an inspiration to your children, grandchildren, friends, and community with the positive changes you make every day. If you are listening to this, please give yourself a nod of appreciation because you are taking care of yourself. You are learning, you are taking action. And that is the first step to winning the battle against high blood pressure. Continue on the path you have chosen, the path of being proactive, of being mindful of loving yourself and loving life. Every day you live in good health is a day you give joy. Every stable heartbeat is a peaceful song in your body. Keep your heart beating steady, your blood pressure stable, and your spirit light. And always remember, health isn't everything, but without health, everything else that is precious can slip away. Choose to live healthy starting today because you deserve it.